Hello, good evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Hi. Cheryl here, doing the vlog, because I'm doing the vlog on day 228, I think, 29. Well, we're on the top 220s. And, people, when I first said I was going to do this, most of my sister, but people was like, oh, you won't keep up, you won't, you'll get bored, or you'll get ill, or something will happen, and you won't record a thing. And I think I'm doing pretty well. You know, once you get past that, once you get into the habit of it. And I'm not gonna lie, there are some days where it's like, oh, that's why sometimes I do it really sort of late at night, because I sort of forget. And there are other times when because I sort of habitually did it later in the evening or at night, if I ever do it during the day, like earlier in the day, I spend the rest of the time thinking, should I be doing something? Oh no, I've already done it. It's done, it's fine. Don't worry about it, you've already done it. Are you sure? Yes, you've done it, it's alright, it's fine. So yeah, so we end up doing it in the evening mostly because then I don't spend the rest of the day thinking, well, I'm like, oh, I gotta do that. Rather, if I do it, I suppose I should do it earlier than it's done. Depends on what I'm doing. Like today I didn't work again, which is annoying, and hopefully I'll have something for Monday, and I will text my agency tomorrow actually and say, hey, I'm available next week and I kinda need to work. So yeah, but my regular boss is back on Monday, because the way it works is I've got like the guys you work with, then you've got the supervisor guy who does the scheduling, and then his boss, who we don't really have much interaction with, and his boss has been doing the rotoring and stuff today, this last couple of weeks. So the guy who normally does it, who does sort of take care of me, if I say, hey, I'm available, he's like, alright, cool, I'll put you on the list. He's not been in for a couple of weeks, so I don't know if it's holiday or illness or something with his mother-in-law, I don't know. It's all good. He's allowed to have time off. It's kind of, I think that's why it's had a bit of a knock-on effect on my hours. But like I said, like 3 weeks in a row I was doing 5 days a week. The week before I had 3 days. The week before that I had like another, like a couple of weeks of 5 days. So overall I'm fine. Paid the credit card, paid the phone bill. I haven't paid the second credit card yet, but I've got a couple of weeks to do that. I thought I put some money in ahead. So I paid the small credit card before it was in time for it due. And then a couple of days later I thought, alright, if I put a part payment, that'll be next month. And apparently it put it into the last month, so I thought I was going to be ahead and I wasn't, so I have to keep an eye on that for next time. But ideally, if I have good regular money, I should be able to put X amount on every single week, and then it won't matter what month it takes it from, because you got regular money going in every week anyway. But I will say that for the first time in a while, small while, I have positive credit, because there was a time when, even though I was paying on, and usually a little bit more than basic payment, it was still, because of the interest, it still ended up taking me over the line. And I've actually had positive credit for the last couple weeks, months. So I'm not going to go out and use it. I'm just saying it's nice that it's actually in the black and not in the red, and I'll just keep paying it off. So yeah. That's my preamble about my bank and not working. But yeah, like I said, when I'm not working, that's why I stress out, because I was like, oh, I'm getting, it always happens. You get, oh, everything comes ahead, everything's good, everything's level, I can deal with this, we can move forward, and then something makes it go, I'm like, start again. But we're not starting again, we are starting from here, and we're looking at the next question. I just did a segue, go me! Alright then. I still reckon that full question I've asked before. Well, there's been seasonal questions before. Anyway. What are your thoughts about gym class? Love it or hate it? I'm not at school. I don't have to go to gym class. I didn't hate it. Hello. Sorry. There might be a slight shift. I definitely paused He himself decided to get up and go to pay a visit to the little bathroom, and kind of put me off my flow. I don't kind of like recording. This is okay. So this is another reason why it's always good to do it later, because then he's gone. He works nights and he's not here. So there's another reason I sometimes wait. I need to take a nap tonight. Aaron's going to be doing a live cast tonight. Next part of his playing We Happy Few, and I've already jumped ahead of him in the game, so this is going to be fun. If he reacts to the level that's coming up next the way I react to it, it should be an entertaining video. So yeah, what we were talking about, gym class. I'm not at school anymore, so I don't have to go to gym class. But don't I think of it? Depends what we were doing. Because we kind of would like focus on different like sports, like in gym class. So when it was like the field sports, like the hockey or the football, or didn't like that. Some track stuff, track and field, I didn't mind too much, especially if it was like throwing things. That could be okay. Not so good at the running. Hate cross country. We did sometimes at my first school we did baseball. That was fun. I was actually quite good at baseball. Rounders, I could take or leave it. We did netball because they used to separate the boys and the girls, so the girls did netball. And I found that a bit dull because you couldn't run around with the ball. Again, I prefer basketball. We didn't get to play it that often. Sort of circuit training stuff, sometimes we did that. They'd like set up stuff in the gym. I'm no good at rope climbing, but I didn't mind that. It was like a bit different, mixed it up a little. Generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of gym. But in the first, like on my first school, I was in the class with the boy I had a crush on. So that made it a bit nicer. Getting to watch your crush running around in like shorts is always fun. Generally speaking, as an adult, I mean, like when I was at my second school, because we moved around a lot. I was at my second one. When I was one of the days of the week, I was at this like supposed to be a group therapy session, and it didn't quite work out. Like the other kids who were supposed to be in the group didn't end up turning up. I never told my parents at the school. I think I've told you this story before. I never told my parents at the school, so I ended up going, basically get free, get to go hooky for free. I sort of hang out, chill out in the town and that. And if my parents ever watched this, I'm in so much trouble. But yeah, but that was one of those, was like RE, like religious education, which didn't really do much for me anyway. And another was gym. So I didn't think I missed out. I was cycling to where I needed to be. I was cycling all the way home again. I was getting exercise. It wasn't like I was missing out. So yeah, as an adult, I used to work at a gym. I think I mentioned that before. And obviously there were classes there. There were like the spin classes. And there was like in the open gym, there'd be classes that you could do. We did dance. Actually, both at school and I guess the studio here. I quite enjoyed doing dance lessons. That was kind of fun, like learning routines and stuff. I enjoyed that. That's where I learnt the dance of Thriller. We actually put that on as a school production. That was fun. It kind of depends. I'm not, obviously I'm not into fitness as a general rule, but I see the point of it. But I prefer, I guess, the more individual stuff. So, like, I enjoy cycling. I do need to start swimming again. And some of the classes that I was sort of watched and sort of, they were doing stuff with the bells and stuff like that. They looked like they were having fun, getting some good exercise. So, again, they're kind of aerobic stuff. I can sort of see myself getting into more, but team sport stuff isn't quite my thing. So yeah, individual or like the circuit training or stuff like that, I can see more into. But yeah, I wasn't into gym at school. Didn't really like it. Didn't. Phys ed was not my favourite subject at school, and I was a lot skinnier then. I was a lot fitter. I could run around a lot more and other things. I mean, I always had the sinus problem. It wasn't diagnosed until I was older, but I always had a bit of sinus problem with a tissue on me. But yeah, generally speaking, not my favourite. Not my favourite. But you know, I didn't hate it. I didn't have a passion against it. You know, I'd go out, you know, and do the partake in the thing. I wouldn't like cry off sick all the time. I just like do the minimum I could get away with, depending on the lesson. Like if it was like football or hockey, like, I'll go. I'll stand around while you try and get the thing in. Oh no, it got in. Oh, never mind. wasn't for me. Didn't like it. But yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts on gym. Sorry about the shift in the thing. Here's today's earring. It's a I gotta say it because I can't. So I have to get this here. Sorry about the spot. Oh yeah, it's a little good sunglasses, little shades, very cute. Hasn't fallen out today. But yeah, otherwise, oh, I have to say, go, if you're following me, awesome, and if you haven't subscribed already, then please do, but you have to go and subscribe to, Shallow 15, sorry, Dubious Khan on, it's Shallow 15 on Twitter, Dubious Khan on YouTube's, because he's 35 away from hitting the 1,000, and I said if I tell my people to go subscribe to him and he tells all his people to go subscribe to me, then we'll both hit the K. And I don't know if he's going to do that, but I'm doing it. So go subscribe to Dubious Khan. I'll actually put a link. I'll put a link down there. So that'll be fun. I have to work out how to do that on the phone. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, so yeah. Thank you for watching if you have been. I appreciate it. You're awesome. But yeah, I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!